ねみんな OK だからこんにちは私はもち私はに週にを作ることになります漢字でちはやの始めましょう作ってるんだあなたが必要とする成分は以下のどれですハーフカップ米粉半カップの水1砂糖さじ水1砂糖さじよく混ぜる4分間しっかりと電子レンジサランラップ10から15分間冷ます And for those of my English speaking viewers, that was Japanese, and this is the translation. It's talking about how today I'm going to be making mochi. The ingredients that you are going, I'm going to be making two kinds of mochi. One will be sweet, one will not be sweet. The ingredients you're going to need is flour, but it's going to be glutinous rice flour, which you can get from a Japanese market. Sugar, which is in my blue container, and then water. And then, of course, saran wrap to tightly seal the bowl. Okay. So, the first things first. What you're going to do is you're going to do half cup of flour. So, for me, what I'm going to do is since I'm making two sets, I will be using two different bowls. So, this is my first bowl. This is my second bowl. My sweet one will be made in this. My not sweet one will be made in this. Okay, so you're going to take half a cup of rice flour for each one. Next, you're going to take half a cup of water for both. Now for the sweet one, you will need 1 tablespoon of sugar. You're going to mix both thoroughly. And once I have them mixed, I'll be back. Okay, once you have finished mixing both together, like I said, this one is the not sweet, this one is the sweet. What you're going to do is you're going to take saran wrap and you're going to wrap both of them tightly. So I will do that and I will show you before I pop them in the microwave. Okay, both are wrapped very tightly with saran wrap, as you can see. Now I'm going to pop them in the microwave for 4 minutes so far to see if that hardens it up a bit. So I will show you in just a minute. Okay guys, so I put them in the microwave for 4 minutes. So after the 4 minutes is done, we will see if they've cooked enough, and then if they have, we will take them out and I'll show you how to mold them. Okay guys, so the sugar one looks done. It started to rise in the microwave. So I'm going to let this one sit 10 to 15 minutes and then I'm going to wait for the other one to finish cooking. So I will be back. Okay guys, now that both are done, I'm going to let them both sit for 10 to 15 minutes, and after that we will see how they came out. So I'll be back. Okay guys, so the sugar one, the sweet one is been sitting long enough, and then this one still needs to sit a little longer. So I will be taking this one out and showing you guys what to do with it after that. Okay, so the sweet one might be a little hot still, so you need to be very careful. But you're going to basically just pull it out with your hands, and make sure your hands are clean, guys. I'm going to take the help of a fork to helpfully. I've pre-powdered a surface, that way I can work with it. Pulling this out is a lot harder than I intended it to be. Since this is wanting to be very difficult, I might actually grab a spatula, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I had to grab a spatula, so I'm hoping that that works out a lot better. Much better. So I'm going to plop this right out onto my baking sheet that's covered in flour. It is going to be very sticky, so just be mindful of that. Okay, but I'm going to cover it in flour, roll it over, just so I can work with it. It is still a little warm, so you guys will have to be careful with that. You guys can eat this warm, or you can eat it cold, or put it. The sweet one I will be actually making what everyone in California, which is where I am, they know as the sweet mochi, which is the ice cream mochi. They don't know about the dinner kind very much well, or stuff like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is, after I have patted down the mochi and kind of worked with it a bit, don't worry about the possibility of the flour not keeping it as sweet. The flour is just so you can work with it. It doesn't really add or take away a flavor. Because this is still a little warm, I may actually let this sit on the side to cool down a little bit more, because I do not want it melting the ice cream like I think it might melt the ice cream, because this is very warm to touch. So I'm just going to scoot everything this way and let it sit there for a little longer. As for the dinner one, I will be back to show you in like 5 more minutes. So I'll see you guys then. Okay guys, so I'm back to work with the non-dessert one, and this one is still pretty sticky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop this one, like I did with the other one, right down onto the flour. This one's kind of sticking a little more, but that's okay. And you're just going to plop it down onto the flour. Just getting all the mix in there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my hand in flour just to get the rest of this stuff off. This is very, very sticky, so be mindful that if you want to stay semi-neat, this is not the job for you. Okay. So I put the non-sweet mochi. So this one I will actually probably be cooking with after I let it sit for like a day in the fridge. So what I'm going to do is I will show you guys how to make mochi balls the right way, or how I make them anyways. Mind you, my family normally buys the mochi down in Little Tokyo, or grandma will have them shipped down. I think she gets them from friends who go to Japan or family members in Japan, like her aunt and my cousin Taisuke. So just gonna roll this around a little more. And then probably, because this one's actually still pretty warm too, I might let this one chill a little longer so I can work with them better. So I'm just gonna set this one to the bottom side. Check on our top one. Ooh, this has cooled down quite a bit. I'm actually happy about that. This is the sweet one. And then with this one, the best part is I can scoop all of this over, all of the flour. And I can actually start to work with this. You can make this into little pieces, or you can cut them into little shapes and put them on top of your ice cream. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to actually make ice cream mochi. So the ice cream that I'm going to be using today is, one second, is the Tillamook. It's chocolate peanut butter ice cream. So I'm going to be using that, and I will show you guys in 1 second how to prepare. Okay guys, so since I have them formed and they're both still kind of warm, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to let them chill overnight or close to tonight. And then I'll actually be taking the sweet one, which I have in my hands right now and I'm kind of working with, and putting a chocolate peanut butter ice cream in it. So when that happens, and when I'm ready, and when this one's ready, I will show you how to cook and make sweet mochi. So I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, so I showed you the mistake that had happened with the sweet mochi. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the not sweet mochi which looks like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it into specific pieces, or a specific amount of pieces. Basically what you're going to want to do is just put them into little balls. I just kind of grab, squeeze, and pull off. And they should come out like that. These are a little smaller. These are about the size of a ping pong ball. Once again, just squeeze and pull and roll. After I make the amount of mochi balls that this makes, what I'm going to do is show you guys how to cook them on the stove. You don't really do too much, you just do enough. So I'm just going to continue to do this and I'll be back. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like after I've rolled them out. They're not going to be the same size all the time if the camera wants to focus. But they're good enough to cook, so I will show you how to cook that. Okay guys, so this is the product. And you're going to take a pan on about, I put mine on about a 6 to 7 heat. And you're going to take one mochi ball at a time. And you're just going to put them in there. You're going to want these to heat individually. I'm putting 4. I probably would normally suggest you do less than that, but I think I'm just going to do 4 for now. And then I'll show you guys what I do after I'm done. Okay guys, these shouldn't take too long to cook. I just turned them over and some of them are a little brown. I don't know how well you guys can see that. But the heat should also help them expand a little bit. That way you guys know what you're doing. I have already gotten seaweed out and I cut it into strips, and then I cut the strips in half into 4 pieces. And then after they are done, what I'm going to do is, my hands are clean. Normally you can use chopsticks. My grandma uses chopsticks. I just kind of want to feel that they're cooked right. And if they're not, then that's a bad thing. But so far so good. They do expand out a little bit when you cook them, so not to worry. I'm actually going to grab a pair of chopsticks really quick because it is getting very hot, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay guys, so this is what the mochi is looking like right now. I'll probably turn the heat down just a bit so I don't overcook them or burn them. They are getting pretty brown, so that's good. You want them to get brown enough. I take my chopsticks and I just... Okay guys, sorry, the video cut out because I was running out of space. The mochi's on. I turned it from a 6 to 7 heat down to a 5 heat. And I'm hoping the camera will focus. So as it's heating up still, what I'm actually doing is putting pressure on the mochi. And then because these ones are technically almost done, what I'm going to do is show you guys what I do next. I will take it out and I will put it on the seaweed. So I'm going to finish cooking the rest of the mochi, and then I'll show you guys what I do next. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you what I was doing with the mochi. I have it on my seaweed that I had already cut into pieces, and I just roll the sushi or the mochi in this seaweed, and I put it on a plate. So this is the last one, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like, and I'll do the taste test. Okay guys, so this is the finished project, or yeah, I guess it's a project. This isn't the best lighting in the world, but this is the final of the mochi wrapped in seaweed, and then I will show you guys the taste test. Okay guys, so I'm going to be using chopsticks. That's what I do. I even eat chips with chopsticks, don't judge. And I'm just going to pick up the mochi in the seaweed, if it will let me. Maybe we'll try it with a different one. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and now I'm going to do the taste test. Yep. Just like Grandma used to make. Oh my gosh, I am so proud of myself. This is the first time I've ever done this. Oh my god, I am... Can't even tell you. Watch the video. Don't worry about messing up with the sweet one. I think I'm going to retry the sweet one and maybe keep it as a mochi form, and hopefully it doesn't caramelize. So I'll probably do another video with that. So I'll see you guys later. Enjoy!